So this is job description template, and of course it can be short, it can be detailed. This one is very detailed one. Basically it has 9 elements. Basically it does not only help you with defining the job, but also in basically selecting the candidates, and also actually managing the performance of the candidate, because managing performance, it's all about managing expectations. And this template is actually nail all the expectations from this job, right? So what are these 9 elements all about? Starting with the position information, basically all the related details about the job. And the second element is about the primary objective. You ask yourself why this job is created, what is the big picture, why we really need, why we desperately need such a job to be there in our company or organization. The third element is the key results and activities, and you basically want to include the outcome. Say, for example, you expect a result from this candidate or this employee. That result has to be written in a way as if it's already achieved. And I will give you an example in a minute. And now to achieve this outcome, that basically employee needs to perform particular duties and responsibilities on day-to-day basis, and it has to be basically listed in here. And the same goes with the other results. The fourth element is about the key relationships. So basically this particular employee is going to be interacting with different stakeholders. Some of them are internal, some of them are actually external, so we need to define that clearly. The fifth element is about the competencies, and we need to categorize them into levels of awareness, knowledge, skills, or mastery. And again, we need to have the key competencies not only to do the job selection, but also to do the competency development and training and development later on when the candidate is already on seat. The educational qualification for this particular job, we require a certain educational background. It has to be written in here, and maybe particular professional certifications or licenses, so we need to put it in here. The seventh basically element is about the years of experience and whether you have any preferences you are going to give. Basically it could be a preference that that candidate or that person has worked in a particular industry or challenge or project or something like that. And then we have the organizational structure, where this basically job is going to be fitting in the whole organization structure, the reporting, the subordinates, the peers, and all of that. And the last element is about the sign-off. It's an acknowledgement of that basically employee or candidate about that particular job, and the signature of the manager and maybe the HR department. Here is an example. Let's say we want to hire a market researcher, for example. And this market researcher report to the market development manager. There are 0 subordinates. It's a senior level. It's not a junior. Maybe it's not a management job. And then we put the salary range. Maybe we say from $700 to $1,000 or money real, whatever. But we need to have a range because we would like to give flexibility to move these figures around according to the candidates, according to the situations, and so many factors, the market, data, and stuff like that. And then the primary objective, we ask ourselves why this position is created. Maybe conduct market research to identify selling possibilities and evaluate customer needs. And then we start the third one with the key results. So maybe a monthly report of market research findings is prepared. So that's the outcome. Now to do this, we'd expect this employee to conduct ongoing market research, to identify business opportunities, and then then of course we do the same with the other results. We write them in a way as if they are already achieved. It's like a SMART goal or a KPI kind of format, just to make sure that the results are very clear and well understood and can be measured, and they are written in a smart way and stuff like that. And then we move to the fourth element. Let's say for a market researcher, he needs or she needs to basically interact heavily with operation department, and the reason and the nature of that engagement is to get introduced to product updates, and it could be so many things you can actually include in here. For the external stakeholders, this job, this candidate, this employee is going to be heavily interacting with customers, and the nature of that engagement is to prepare and deliver appropriate presentations on products, probably. So again, you can list down whatever is the nature of that engagement. And then we have the key competencies. For us to assess that particular candidate, we need to have maybe business understanding is very important for market researcher, maybe data analysis. And for data analysis, maybe we said we need someone at skilled level, not just awareness, not just knowledge, but maybe at skills level, somebody who can or hit the ground running from day one in terms of data analysis. Say, for example, presentation skills. Well, maybe skills is not enough. Maybe we need to be someone who's really at mastery level. So again, it's your call. It's whatever required by that job. And notice that the key competencies is not only helping you as a manager in the selection process, but also when that employee is on seat and you want to basically continuously developing that employee. So you come back always to those competencies and you basically identify the level, the gaps, and you basically decide on the interventions to develop that employee. Educational qualification, maybe we need a bachelor degree in marketing to start with, and maybe we don't require any license or any specific certification. Years of experience, we're looking for at least 5 years, and we're going to give a preferences to those candidates who have experience in IT industry, because we are in the IT industry. I'm just saying it's all about you, your industry you are in. And then the organization structure, basically as a market researcher, you will have peers like sales executives, maybe promoters, maybe marketers, whatever. It has to be written there. And that market researcher is actually reporting to the business development manager. And as you notice, there are no subordinates for market researcher. It's an IC, it's an individual contributor. All right, the last part is a sign-off. So you want this employee to sign off this as a form of acknowledgement. They've understood the job description, and that's very, very important actually in managing the performance and expectations at the end of the day.